I'm not used to recording with the webcam yet, so I'm not always sure if the audio is capturing right or everything else is capturing right. But good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Cackling Pumpkins. I got a treat for you. I've been wanting to do this for a while. You see this? This is a folder. You see this? Well, this right here is Richard Williams' animator survival kit. I got this a couple years back. But anyway, you see all this nonsense? These are old sketch pads. I have been sketching almost all of my life, and I keep almost every single drawing I make, even if it's not good, even if it's a little embarrassing, even if, like, it may be controversial, because I like to look back sometimes. I'm someone who's a very reminiscent person. I always like to look back at old memories. Oh, with hair in my mouth. Ugh. I like to look back at old memories, I like to reminisce, and sometimes, you know, being a creator and someone who does art for a living now, I also enjoy looking back at my old stuff and being like, hey, it's kind of a cool idea, what if I could build upon that now? So I figured, you know, why not have a good idea and make a series where I go over my old sketch pads. We're sharing these together. There's some things I haven't looked at for years, and we're getting a fresh look at now for the rest of you. Now, just to let you guys know, I'm gonna keep some of the embarrassing stuff, some of the cringe stuff, everything else, because some of these date back to when I was a little kid, a teenager, going through, it's too friggin' hot in here, going through different points in his life. However, not safe for work stuff will be left out, and other such things that may be a little more on the risque side. It's risque for me, that's saying something. You only see my hands here. Hey, stupid canopins, my hair's not straightened, so I look like a Discord moderator. Unfortunately, I can't go all the way back to when I was a little kid, because unfortunately a lot of those drawings, they were destroyed in a house fire we had in 2010. Except for this folder. This folder has the few drawings that were salvaged from that point in time. In fact, you can even look. Now, let me just go ahead and get the folder away. You can even look, some of these burn marks on the side, that's from the fire. Some of these are a little more damaged than others. You can see more blatantly. Let me find an example. This one you see on the top left. But they all still survived, and they're all still visible. They just look a little gross, but, you know, wear and tear and the fucking fire. I don't even know how these survived. But anyway, as you can probably tell, when I was a little kid, I was a huge fan of Ben 10. It was one of my big childhood obsessions, and I still like the series. It's probably my favorite Cartoon Network show ever. So, of course, like any other fan of the show, he decided to create his own aliens. But as you can probably see, I went a little far and created hundreds of them. So we're going to go through, I'm going to try and go through every single one of them. To make time short, I'm just going to be brief with each and every one. And I've already spent 3 minutes in the introduction, so let's just start with this page right here. I'm going to put that stupid dang folder over here. And let's begin. These are the first 10 that I created. By the way, as for additional context, these came during when Alien Force was just premiering, when Alien Force was new. So some of these have powers that future aliens would have, that they just didn't exist yet. So anyway, moving on. So let's start with this one. This right here is Power Needle. Power Needle was supposed to be, you know, Pierce from the original from Alien Force? I thought, like, what would his alien look like? So that was kind of the idea here. I wanted to sort of, like, create, like, what would Pierce's alien look like. And fucking webcam, focus, you dip. Of course, in Omniverse, we learned he got his powers from Argit, but this is before any of that. This was back before we didn't really know much about him as a character. So this is what I had visualized. I just tried to make him look like a cool demon. Of course, I didn't know how to design suits at that point in time. So they're just zigzag lines, make no damn sense. I guess I kind of understood that, you know, a lot of Ben's aliens from that point in time, they all had, like, black and white suits to go with his t-shirt, but I didn't really understand how to properly design them, so you just got random zigzags. So let's move on, we're already wasting time. Poison Ray, this guy is supposed to be a stupid salamander. Can we zoom this shit in? I don't want to have to keep lifting. Anyway, asshole. Jesus. I have this in the most, like, clustered way possible, but you know what, whatever. It's not really centered now. Whatever, fuck it. Poison ray is supposed to be like a salamander. He could shoot lasers of poison out of his eyes. Yes, lasers, I said. I think he could also spit up acid. I think if I'm going to give him this big eye, he should be able to tear up acid too. And it's also, since he's a salamander, he would definitely be able to. Will this thing stop trying to focus? Right here! Right here, Dip! What's with the webcam? Why does it keep trying to focus? Stop! Look! Focus. And if I put everything down here, it won't know what to do. Is it the lighting? God damn. But no, the fucking Logitech webcam just wants to be an asshole and be like, duh, what am I looking at? Duh. Alright. We fucking fixed it. I had to go into the properties and turn off autofocus, because apparently that was left on. My apologies. We already wasted enough time. Let's just go ahead and continue. So anyway, salamander, slippery, boom. Heartburn. The idea is that I just wanted to draw a fire breather, and he's a candle. Look, he may look a little suggestive, but he's a candle, I assure you this. He would also produce wax trails that he could light on fire. So I thought, like, he's also really sticky. He can climb on walls and shit. Now, this one's probably one of the most generic of this page, anyway. Trust me, there's worse. I think this is Wing Slash. He's just a bird. He's a bird man. Bird. Right here is System Glitch. The idea of him is that he was meant to be more technology based, with electricity powers, so sort of a mix between Gray Matter and Upgrade, if you will. Well, actually no, if you want a modern comparison, I guess like a mix between Gray Matter, Upgrade, and any electrical alien that Ben has. I guess like Feedback or Shock Squatch would probably work in this comparison. Tsunami. Just, I didn't really like Ripjaws as a kid. I didn't like the fact that his only powers were having like an unhingeable jaw claws and just, he could only breathe into water. So I thought like this is my attempt to fix Ripjaws by making him bigger, bulkier, and making it so he could actually shoot water from his mouth, and making it so he could breathe on land, making him bigger and bulkier as well. Knockout was just meant to be like my own version of Forearms, but instead, you know the episode where Vilgax came back in Alien Force, and he had this light fist for some reason? This was me expanding on that. This is me expanding upon that gracious idea, even though I'm not a big fan of that version of Vilgax. Meteorite. He's just a meteorite, nothing more, nothing less. He's got the powers of a meteor. Look at this dopey fuck. Look at this dopey idiot. Sharpened Rage, I just wanted a monster. Like, I think this was my attempt to also fix Wild Mutt, because I didn't like Wild Mutt as much of a kid either. Now, to clarify, I like both Ripjaws and Wild Mutt as an adult. Now, I've grown a more fondness and appreciation for these two. But, so as you can see, I just went absolutely nutso, giving him wings, an axe tail, a giant mouth, and I think he had darkness powers, I can't exactly recall. Anti-gravity. Yes, this is before Gravitack came to be. But hey, my defense, I gave him an additional ability. He could shoot out his limbs. Ah. I'm a genius. There's also some on the back page, too. Let's see. Now, I really like this guy. This is Armor Guard. The idea of him is that his arms would come together like so, and form like a circular shield. And if an energy hit it, he could absorb it and send it back out as like an X-Slash. Armor Guard is obviously, I think it was supposed to be a reference to that Kingdom Hearts boss from like the first game that went by the same exact name. You know what I'm talking about, the big purple one. Now, Teleport. Obviously, what do you think this guy can do? What do you think this guy named Teleport is going to be able to do? No, what? Take a guess. Take a big freaking wild guess. I think his appearance was meant to be kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog in a bit. I'm not exactly sure. I know I do have just a Sonic ripoff in here. Snowflake. Now, this is before the term snowflake kind of became like an internet insult. Keep that in mind. So that name wouldn't really work that well now. Because you remember that time Marvel tried to make two heroes, one called Safe Space and the other called Snowflake. It kind of would give off that kind of energy. So his name would have to be changed. This is just me creating an ice alien, because mine is Big Chill. There wasn't really that much of a centrally ice-based alien. So, ice beams, all that kind of stuff. Woodwreck. Now, I do not mind like how this guy is drawn. He's got like a very angular style. I think this is kind of like very early remnants of like an angular look that I would become more used to drawing these days. This guy seems like a very early remnant of that. He doesn't seem that bad. I could have done more, maybe make him look like a big tree. He has wood powers, that's it. I can't exactly remember the exact ideas. Now, Technical Warrior. You remember that thing from The Incredibles, the giant robot? Yeah, that's him, except he can float, and he's got like a million weapons. Boom. Genius. Boom. TNT launch. This guy, I think the big gaping hole in his tummy, which has let him shoot out giant exploding cannonballs. So, yeah, very self-explanatory. There's this thing, titanium tusks. I think this is meant to be like another fix Wild Mutt. For some reason, little kid me really did not like Wild Mutt. Now he's like one of my favorites. But this is me giving him tusks. This is like just a giant mammoth-looking thing. I think he's meant to be the size of Wild Mutt, though. I could be wrong. Let me have a sip of my daddy juice. Second page. We have a lot of these. This doesn't have as many. Number 18, lightning bolts. Self-explanatory. Look at this guy. He's actually kind of cute. I don't mind him that much. You can't really see because like I didn't really focus on the line art that much back then. But yeah, he's just a zigzag lightning bolt. Dryer. I don't mind this design. He's kind of like a skeletal looking guy. I think I imagined him as kind of like a dull red, or like a scarlet. The idea is that like little kid me would have described it as he can dry things, but I think adult me would probably explain it as like yeah, well, I don't know. I'd have to look up fucking terms on the internet. He can just essentially dehydrate things. And just raise temperatures and all that kind of stuff. Big brain here. Smoke screen. Still kind of like this guy. I think the idea is that he was kind of meant to be based on Hades, because like I said, I was also obsessed with Kingdom Hearts when I was younger. So yeah, smoke-based abilities. He's got like a hunchback, like I got right now. I gotta fix my fucking posture. Sugar Rush. I can't believe I remember this guy, what he does. You see what's in his hands? It's sugar. And if he burns it, he gets like a shit ton of energy. And so he could become like a charging ram that goes like a lightning speed. But once he runs out of his little sugar, he becomes like super slow and lethargic. He does look a lot like Cannonbolt, I will say that. Maybe I wanted to create my own version of Cannonbolt. Because he is my favorite. He still is my favorite to this day. Lock On. I was also obsessed with Kolyoko, so you could see the inspirations here. Just a million different holes for lasers. And he'd be really good at aiming. That was his power. Shooting lasers, pinpoint aiming. Not a bad idea. Who's this guy? Rubber Gum. Take a wild guess what he could do. He's a stretchy, sticky boy. It's all he is. I do like the idea of, like, a character that's made out of gum. But then again, isn't that kind of like Monkey D. Luffy? This here, you could barely see him. Let me see if I can make him focus more. Aqua Slug. You know that big thing from the original series, that big water monster from the weather episode they had? Imagine Ben turning into that. That was the idea. Snowball. You think it's just Meteorite again. I had the idea of creating alternate versions of already existing aliens, but giving them the opposite abilities. That's why they'd be referred to as alternates. See, this is just pretty much Meteorite, but ice instead of fire. Very creative. Extremely creative. You're not going to see the whole fire-ice thing a shit ton in this video. No, 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 sir. No, no, no. Hole Puncher. Look at this man. Tell me what he could do. I do remember, I think he was supposed to be like 10 feet tall, maybe more. Like, I think taller than forearms. But, like, he's not that practical. Let's just be honest here. He's not that practical. Unlike Translator, the idea here is that he wouldn't have any capabilities. He's actually kind of small. I'd say like 3 feet. And the idea is that he can understand and speak any language. He's not used for combat, but he's extremely practical in any other scenario. Here's Acid Gut, also known as DeviantArt Belly Expansion. As you can tell, he's got a bunch of acid in his tummy, and he can shoot it out through his arms. Like that here, his head is acid, his arms are acid, his belly's acid. I guess his body's more like a suit that contains it. This here is lava burst. Not sure if you can see this very creative looking man. The camera's not... probably shouldn't have turned off autofocus. But anyway, yeah, he's made of lava. Creative. Great idea, Zachary. You're a genius. Alright. These pages even harder to see. Holy crap. Sand tomb. I have to bring this one in again, goddamn. Yeah, what do you think this guy can do? I can't make it focus. Would you focus? Also, great googly moogly, focus, will ya? I don't know if you could even see him. I'm trying. Yeah, he's a giant Sandman with 4 eyes. Shell shock. No, I wasn't a huge fan of the Ninja Turtles when I was younger. Just to clarify a few things. I think I just heard the term one time on YouTube and just thought, oh, I like that idea. I think his inspiration may have actually been, you know those enemies inside Super Mario Sunshine? The Koopas with the sparks on their back? Yeah, I think that may have been the inspiration. Tropical Storm. The man is literally a giant fan. He's got fan hands. Very creative. I was giving myself props for some of the other ones. This guy, not so much. Oh, but here's the best one. Fruit fly. Guess what this guy can do? Oh god, I feel like a mom showing like my son's girlfriend's baby pictures. Look at this one, isn't he cute? Anyway, this is fruit fly, and he could fly and smell like different fruits. You could change his scent. Real practical. I think this is just a point in time where I just wanted to draw more and I didn't know what to do. Like this guy, Speed Ostrich, is just an alternative wing slash. He's grounded, it has super speed. Real creative. I think this is just a point, like I said, this is a point in time where I just wanted to draw more, but I wasn't really inspired. This guy, Springboard? Just an alternate of anti-gravity, it says here. No anti-gravity abilities, he just goes boing. And here is Common Cold. I actually kind of like this guy a little bit. I don't know if you can see him. God damn. But as you can tell, his entire abilities are based on mucus and all of that kind of stuff. Alright. This page isn't as bad. There's actually some... Oh, I remember the story involving this guy. I'll get to that there, though. 2 versions of basically the same idea. Molecule and Molecule 2. Essentially, they'd be Ben's smallest aliens ever. Literally molecules, that's what they are. No other... I think it was just inspired by science class. I don't know why the camera... Like, you can see my hands clearly. I guess it's because the quality of the drawings isn't that good. You'll probably see it steadily improve later on. But anyway, Brainwave. Even though he's big and bulky and muscular, I think his ability was meant to be more telekinesis. Now you can probably see a lot better. That actually does look a lot better. Thank God. Telekinesis, that's his guy. Tectonic Blast. I like the idea of this guy. He's big, bulky, and slow. And his entire thing is that sunlight. He actually absorbs solar rays. And he can actually shoot giant solar beams. I think I was inspired by, like, Pokemon with this. Or, once again, with these two, maybe science class. Now, story with Ancient Chain here. Of course, his ability is that he has curses, he can shoot his arms out through chains, and the chains are unbreakable, and that could go on indefinitely. He's just, like, he's less of an alien, more of a spiritual being. But anyway, story involving this guy. When I was a little kid, I used to draw in the class all the time. This was back in middle school when I made this guy. And there was a time where, like, whenever we transitioned from one class to the other, we would just, there would be a time where we wouldn't get, get in line. We would just be told, okay, bell rang, just go to the next class. We'd have 5 minutes to do so. So I went to, I can't remember what class it was, but it was the next class, and we were essentially allowed just to, do whatever until the bell rang, and I was drawing until then. And when the bell rang, I think I was still doing like a little tiny adjustments. What the teacher did was come up to my paper and just shred it up right in front of me, and it made me so furious that I just stormed out of the room. So yeah, I learned my lesson real quick, but at the same time, I hope that teacher... Here's the thing, Cobra Worm. He's a worm and he's got fangs. Very creative. Can't remember how big this guy was supposed to be. I think this guy was supposed to be a giant, because I did like the idea of giant serpents. But I made him worm-like, I don't know, I guess to be unique. Or maybe I like worms. Hornet Blast. I didn't really like Stinkfly as much as a kid either, but I think this was more inspired by, once again, Cold Lyoko. You know, the hornets and whatnot. This is me adding more like spider-like appendages. And I don't remember what else he could do. He has a stinger, that's for sure. Alright, back to me not really giving as much of a fuck. This is things we're getting a little interesting. Some stupid, some kind of cool. This was my idea of like my version of Ben 10 will go through his alien force and have to start fresh, and these were the new guys that would replace the old ones. Rain Dance. Not sure if this would be considered offensive. I hope not. If it is, I'm sorry. But the idea here is that he would be able to control the weather. Rain, thunder, tornadoes, all that kind of stuff. He'd probably be very OP. If only I could probably design him a little better. He has got a third eye here. Sword Dance, just pretty much the idea of like an alien that can have blades and whatnot. I actually, as an adult, made a different kind of version of him. I don't think I was even thinking of him when I made him, but I'll probably bring that up in a later video. But I still would kind of occasionally draw Ben 10 aliens as like a hobby, you know, a little side thing I do on my own. But anyway, they're not going to be shown in this video. They'll probably be shown in like their own respective videos when I go over their sketch pads. But anyway, Plasma Shot. Shoot plasma. Cool. It looked like a thumbs down. Gotta get used to this. Tadpole Reflector. I guess I understand this one. You gotta remember it's been a while since I drew these, so I can't exactly remember what all of them can do. I'm surprised I've been able to remember what most of them were able to do. This guy, I guess, is supposed to be a tadpole, and he has a little thing that reflects things. We're going to Lilo and Stitch the series level of creativity here. 360, he's a spinning top, got an arm. It's like Crash Bandicoot, he go spin. I still kind of like the idea of this guy. I kind of, like, even though it's drawn very poorly, I still kind of like the design of him. He's got like a little buzzsaw head. He's got like a needle leg. I like him. Three-legged mayhem. I think this guy was supposed to be like way big. And he's just stomping around. I think he's got like giant lasers on his head. I can't remember. I think this guy may have also been inspired by Cold Lyoko, but I can't remember how. Or, you know that movie where the giant aliens on like the big three-legged robots will come in and just kidnap a bunch of humans? That. This is... Look at this idiot. Dark side. Oh god. He's so cool. Dark. I guess he has darkness powers, and this guy, light side, I guess has light powers. He's an angel. I go from dark demon, light angel, pebble worm. A worm made of pebbles. And this here, look at his piece of work. He's a pimple. A giant pimple that moves like a slug. I guess he like pop at different points and shoot ooze, I don't know. But his name is literally just Pimple. Or creative. 2.5? He's a computer man. And he's got like pecs for some reason, even though he's clearly a computer man. He's a robot. I mean, I'm sure you could give robots pecs, but this implies that he worked to get them, you know what I mean? Anyway, Chinese remedy. Oh dear. I apologize for the name here. I just, you know those dragon things that they, you know, in Chinese New Year they bring out the dragon costume that like it takes multiple people to like puppet around. That's what he was supposed to be inspired by. But why did I call him Chinese remedy? I was just a little kid. I was too dumb to really understand. So dumb. This guy's just a card. This guy's just a card. 4 of Omnitude? Oh yeah, because this wasn't made for Ben. This was made for like my own original character, Do Not Steal, and he wouldn't wield the Omnitrix. He'd wield the Omni 2. Real creative there. I'm sure Vilgax is quaking at his boots. Dreadlock. Look at this cute little guy. Look at this cute little man. He's a hairball. Because he has hair powers. Look at this cute little man. Rapid fire. This is literally the Digimon equivalent of a Ben 10 alien where I just put a bunch of guns on him. A bunch of guns and lasers. Oh god. You know, if I redesigned him today, I probably would take notes from Digimon, just because they do have the affinity of doing that. He's a little dinosaur man, he's cute, now he's bigger and has a gun. This guy is supposed to be like planetary size. Oh no! No. You know what he's inspired by? We were told to watch this movie based on the Odyssey. And there was a creature called, what was it, Charybdid or Charybdid? The big thing that just swallowed most of Odysseus' crew. For some reason, I loved that thing. And I guess this is my own version of it. Mutant Kraken. I'm sure you could probably explain what this guy can do. Yeah, this is just a card with blades at the end. I think this is once again where my Kingdom Hearts obsession, you know, like Luke Serd and his cards, I guess, you know, it's cool because it has blades. This guy, multi-vision. I have no excuse. iGuy already existed during this point in time. I have literally no excuse. This is literally just iGuy, but like less interesting. See-through. I guess you can barely see him on the paper, but I guess that was intentional. I guess little kid me just thought just make a silhouette, a very loose silhouette, because he's invisible. That's all I can do. Number 63 was Ultimate Power. This guy, I remember him. He's supposed to be a hybrid of Power Needle, Dark Side, and Light Side, all as one. And then we go from that to this big guy. He's a big crab. He's a big lobster. His name is Seafood Special. Ain't he neat? Ain't he cool? Don't you think my collection's complete? No, we got tons more pages, actually. Okay, number 65. This is beginning to become a problem, ain't it? Left hook, big left arm. Interesting. Uranium battery. Do kind of like this guy. His power is all based on uranium. He would power himself up. I can't remember if there was anything related to explosions. Anyway, stun gun. Look at his hands. He's like hole puncher, but instead with stun guns. A little more practical, I would say, but still dumb. Moonlight. He's just like a samurai ninja with a shadow inside armor. Very alien-like. Daydream. This guy would go... Ben already had got an alien like this in Omniverse. Pesky Dust, I believe they're called. But this is basically, like, less interesting pre-Pesky Dusts, I guess. Then we got Shooting Star. I don't even remember what this guy could do. I guess light powers, maybe? Overshadow? Look, we already got Smokescreen. Would he actually be, like, a shadow, like, on the ground and move around like a shadow? I don't know. Don't ask me. They say the human body and all of its genes, recycle and go through, like, every 7 years. So this was a stranger's drawings. Stole this from some kid. Some kid died and became me, and I still kept a lot of his weird drawings. I can't explain them. Emperor Mind. I remember this guy. I had a dream about him. This is why I drew him. I had a dream about this guy. This upchuck-looking skinny dude who would be able to mind control people. Even though he doesn't look like it, he can mind control people. I don't know, with his pineapple head, I guess? I don't know why I remember distinctly his head being a friggin' pineapple. Redneck. Anywho, Penguin Freeze. He's an icy Bigwingo. Squirrel Bazooka. Oh, my sister crossed it out because I spelled squirrel wrong. Thank you, Mina. He's a squirrel and he's got a cannon for a tail. Wait! No! My sister wanted to draw one, and she drew this little guy. And then I tried to improve it. I didn't know no better. Rock Climb. This is a man made of rocks. I believe they have an alien that's like this called Rocks. Back to Redneck. I apologize again. But the idea of this guy, really long neck and it can heat up. Look at this man. This feels like a fucking a joke, like a fucking offensive joke. Pterodactyl volcano. This is before Astrodactyl came to be. But yeah, now imagine Astrodactyl. Instead of whatever the fuck he does, we got volcanoes. We got lava. Mine's better. Mine's better than yours. This is what is he called? Nail clipper? He's freaking Cthulhu, but covered in nails. Like fingernails. Real interesting. R.I.P. Oh yeah, I guess, like, I remember Ben had a lot of monster aliens at one point. And so I thought, make a zombie. He doesn't have a zombie. Flexible diet? What is this? Just some kind of upchuck ripoff, but with a big-ass tail? I guess so. Well, that's what I call him, flexible diet. Are we done? No, I don't even think we're halfway done. Golly. Sludge bomb. I was inspired by coughing. I'm just looking at this guy, he's coughing, but he has goop. He's covered in goop and he's dripping. He's just coughing, but he's goopy. So, yeah. Chameleon Creep. This is before Chameleon came to be, which, by the way, I always hated his name. Fucking stupid. He should have just stuck to Overkill. Didn't make any sense, but it was better than Cam Alien. Anyway, it's pretty much the same thing as Cam Alien. Real interesting. Frostbite. Big ass Yeti, he can bite people. This is before Shock Squatch. Yeah, I guess he has ice powers, I'm assuming, since he's called Frostbite. I would assume. Maybe his teeth are made of ice? That'd be kind of neat. Jelly Shock. Look, I just want to draw jellyfish. I like jellyfish. I still like jellyfish. Air Force. I remember this one. This is inspired by Generator Rex. Because one of his forms that he has like a jetpack thing. And I think it's this exact shape. I think I just ripped off Generator Rex. Oh man, I wish that was on HBO Max or something. If I could take down Velma and replace it with Generator Rex, that's an actual good show. Anyway, Beatbox. I don't know. Some guy would make a Friday Night Funkin' mod about him, I guess, because look at him, he's ready to go beat by boop, if you get what I'm saying. I don't know, I guess his powers are based on sound. Sorry if it seems like I'm trying to go these too fast. You gotta understand. Recording this, like, I've been recording this for almost 40 minutes and I'm not even like halfway done. Sky Manta. He's a manta ray. He can fly, and I guess he can poop out bombs, I guess. I don't know. Unless that's his tail? I don't know. I like how a lot of my ideas for creating aliens were just draw an animal but add an unnecessary amount of detail. It's dumb. Anyway, Pierce Fly. This is just a dragonfly. I spelled Pierce wrong, but I was a child, so... Was I though? I was 14, I think, since Generator Rex came to be. Yeah, I was 14. So I was a teenager, still dumb. H2O. This guy, he's a big whale. He's just an anthropomorphic whale. Funnily enough, I do have a character who's an anthropomorphic whale now. His name is Drench the Whale, and I'm using him for other projects involving Wave the Fennec Fox. Let's see, who's this guy? Black Hole. This is an early version of the Tripo Fearling? Seems like it. Similar idea. Oh, you can't even fucking see this page. What the fuck? Okay, Wrecking Crew. He's a big robot. He's got Wrecking Crew stuff. Real interesting. Jawbreaker. That's a guinea pig. That's just straight up a guinea pig, but with fangs. I'm not even sure if guinea pigs have a reputation for having strong fangs. They don't even really bite you. I own a guinea pig. Sometimes, yeah, he might... like, guinea pigs can bite down, sure, but most of the time, like, he'll nibble you. He'll just nibble you. And that's, like, a warning sign for those who know. Like, that's him. Guinea pigs, when they nibble you, it's not meant to be, like, a sign of aggression. It's meant to be more or less, like, their way of communicating to you that you're doing something wrong that's, like, oh, you're holding me wrong, or I'm hungry, you know. I didn't know this back then because I didn't own a guinea pig back then. The guinea pig I have now is my first. Actually, no, second. But the first came a few days before. Razor Blade. The inspiration for this guy is literally just that Crash Bandicoot enemy from Crash 2. Indigestion. He's a big stomach. Like the organ. And he, I guess, shoot acid? Like 3 guys that did this. DNA. He's literally DNA. Not sure what he could do. I don't know. He might rip out your chromosomes. This guy is... What's the guy? Stopwatch. I'm assuming he can freeze time. Why else would I give him that name? He looks dumb. He's got like arm. He looks friggin' stupid. He looks friggin'... Focus camera. He looks friggin' stupid. This guy is called Monstrosity. He's just a big monster. He looks kind of like a penis. Penis. I'm fucking 26. Let's see. What is this guy's name? Negative. I can't fucking... Negative Twister? Negative Sinister? I can't fucking... You tell me what that says. Because I can't. Negative Effect, a Negative Twist? I don't know. He's a ghoul. I bet I already got one of these. Literally the original 10s. Ghost Freak. Heat Bomb. And I guess we're ripping off Heat Blast now. Can't think of anything new, so I'm just ripping off all the ones that already exist. This is 99. So we're getting to 100 of these sons of bitches. 100. A number 100, I thought I want to do something big. So I figured this guy, Ultimate Weapon. He's a giant robot that can transform into different types of weapons, and all of them are incredibly destructive. I still kind of like this guy. I don't like how he just looks very humanoid. Personally, I would do something where he's like more bulkier, like he's slouching maybe. That's what I would do. I think he's supposed to be blue, I think. Yeah. Anyway, Firework. You could shoot fireworks. Minotaurch. He's a minotaur with fire. This was getting to the point where a lot of my aliens would just be like regular animal, but with unnecessary detail, or mythical creature, but what if he could shoot fire or something? Natural disaster. Look, we already got a guy that could control weather. This is just me recycling ideas. But like, no, it's bigger because weather. The other guy just did weather. This is natural disasters. It's different. Shut up. Earthworm. I think this is just... I think this guy's just meant to be based on effing Worm. You know that old Flash game? I love that game, by the way. It's just a basic game. Fun as hell, though. Scorpion attack. He's a big scorpion. Let's see. Thunder resistance. You know the thing that Nemo lived in like Finding Nemo? I think that's him. I think that's like that's supposed to be like an alien version of that thing. I forgot the technical name. I'm sorry. Nightmare. I guess he would visualize people's fears. More practical than you'd probably think. Oh, this one's great. Helium Spike. He's a frog, but when he croaks, he's got needles. So way to poke ya. Windburst. I guess this guy is meant to be like sentient wind. And the Omnitrix symbol is meant to be kind of like I don't know. Just, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this guy's just meant to be sentient wind, though. Anyway, flip the page over. We got more. Power plant. I'm guessing charging power and shooting it back out. Grand Slam. I guess he's just a big man. Explosion. I don't know. I guess he self-destructs. I'm assuming. Temperature. Just meteorite and snowball as one. So it kind of defeats the purpose of the other two. Red ice. Oh, this was an idea I had. These two, I was real proud of myself for this idea when I made it up. See, the ice here is red and it's hot. The fire here is blue and it's cold. Dirt pile. He's made of dirt. You get it? He's made of dirt. It's more practical than you think. I mean, like, what is Earth? Like, Earth is mainly covered in water, yes, but, you know, when you go outside, what are you mainly stepping on? Dirt! What is the cement, like, sidewalk that you're walking on top of? Dirt! This guy's more practical than you think. No, he's nothing to do with Minecraft. I just realized people might make that connection. Jello. I guess he's bouncy? I don't know. He's made of jello. Whirlpool. Oh, I like this guy kind of. He's like a little dispenser that can actually dispense his own whirlwind. Whirlpool. So he's just like this little guy, but he can make a giant fucking whirlpool out of his head. Anyway, moving on. Glass shard. He's made of glass. This is the point in time where I was making aliens who were like, what if it was ice but red? What if it was fire but cold? What if he's made of dirt? What if he's made of jello? What if he's made of glass? What if he's a pirate? More, we got more. Holy hell. Little kid me, you need the... Ink blast, giant octopi. He can shoot ink. Molecule 3. Not sure what made him... I'm not even sure what made the first two different. Virus. I'm guessing he's like Molecule. Same size, but as a virus. Bullfly. That's just a fly. I'm not even joking. That's literally just a fly with an omnitrix symbol on its head. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like a big fly or a normal-sized fly. Piranha plant. Yeah, you can probably see the inspiration. Literally look at the name. Dodgeball. He's got a big ball in his back, I see. Okay, I guess I'm assuming the guy has a big ball and he throws it at you, and it's called heart. UFO. This little goopy guy is inside a UFO, and I don't know. He flies around, I guess. Maybe he shoots lasers. He abducts people. He probes them. LB. I'm assuming his name is meant to be for pound. Oh, maybe he can change his weight and density. Which, if that's the case, good on you, little kid. Me actually made a good idea for once. Keep it on. Keep doing that. You might become just like me when you grow up. Flu. Pretty much just like common cold, except he's actually made out of the mucus this time. He's got like a fucking donkey head. Bamboo panda. I'm not sure. He's just a panda. Once again, unnecessary amount of detail. He's got 3 eyes. Sperm path. He's literally a sperm. Cartoon Network might not allow that one. Just saying. Especially since he's literally just a sperm. Apparently, I really liked the idea of microscopic aliens. We got like Molecule 1 to 3, Virus, and this guy. I guess I really liked the idea of tiny little guys. Speaking of which, mosquito. Yeah, it's mosquito. I just spelled it with an E for some reason. Literally just like bullfly. It's just a mosquito. Milky Way. I would say he's actually more like Gravitak than Anti-Gravity is, because he's actually made out of asteroids and stuff, and it looks like he has his own gravitational pull. Six-sided. He's a cube. He's a block. Maybe he's supposed to be like a die, and if he lands on a certain side, something goofy will happen. I don't know, everyone just explodes. A cube falls on one side, and everyone just gets really uncomfortable. That's the effect. Anyway, Mountain Hero. This guy is just literally a giant mountain. Kind of cool, even though he looks really small in this page, because he's right under a sperm. But I'm assuming he's meant to be massive. Let's see, who's this guy? Thornburst. He's meant to be thorny, I guess? I put like a fucking Jesus crucifixion halo on his head. Now this looks like the end, right? No, I promise you, there's more pages. Finn Boomerang. You know that transformation Link got inside Majora's Mask, where he could turn into the... I don't know much about Legend of Zelda, but that thing that could throw away the fins, I think that's that in alien form. And this guy's called Waterfall, and he has waterfall nipples. I'm not joking. That's what he has waterfall nipples. He's got waterfall nipples. What can you do? Water pours out of my nipples. Under 39. Third wish. He's a genie. Not sure what the limits based on his powers. Don't know. 140 is small fry. That's just gray matter, but he ain't smart, I guess. Zigzag. Just lightning bolt without any electricity. He would just zigzag. And hey, I'm sure it would be useful in one very specific scenario in a lifetime. You're not gonna be laughing when that situation comes. TKO? I'm assuming this guy's just like really good at combat. I'm assuming he's just like a wrestler or good at fighting. This is before Kick and Hawk came to be, of course. So obviously they had the same idea. And I demand rights. Spreader. He's covered in dots, and I think they shoot like a little ball. You know, like the spread gun from Contra. That's what this guy's inspired by. He's just a sentient version of the spread gun from Contra. Hot rocks. He's covered in rocks, and they're all hot. He'd be good at cookouts, I tell you what. Aquarium. He's a big water man with 4 arms, and he's got seaweed. And that's all I got. This guy, what's he called? Laser air. Oh yeah, this is the point in time when I decided just to turn Delarobia from Kolioko into an alien. Because his powers are literally just that. In fact, he's even got like a cat-like appearance like Odd does. I remember specifically this guy. Whenever I was a little kid and I was thinking stories of the Omni 2, I would always think of like crossovering with the Kolioko universe for some reason. Like, I loved Kolioko as a kid. Sonic Boom. I'm guessing he can create sonic booms. Very practical. Overgrow. This guy I think is based on an enemy from Ben 10 Protector of Earth. From like the stage where you unlock Wildvine. Or like the stages before that, I should say. And this is just Ben turning into that. Underground. This guy just like made of dirt. Oh, he's a sludge puppy. You know, like from the original series in the wedding episode. This is like Ben being able to turn into that, I think. And anyway, Power Needle X. So this is just like, we're getting to Ben 10 Ultimate Alien territory, and this is just Ultimate Power Needle. No, it's unique, I swear. I'm sure some of you were looking at this video going, more! There's more! Look, you can click away anytime you want. I'm not forcing you to fucking stay. I'm the one making the video. How do you think I feel? Serious, Cloud. I feel serious. That's how I feel. You can make clouds. Would you look at that? Projector. You can project things, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, if he's got something on his mind, he could present it like a presentation. Laser sword. This is just Ulrich from Kolioko as an alien. Flame combo. Like as a lion. And he's got, you know those, on your stove, they got the circle fucking heaters. He's got those on his tummy and arms. Ain't he fucking neat? Ain't he real creative? Codebreaker. This is, I think, meant to be like Aelita. But it's a guy and he's got a mustache. Undead. We're going to the zombie thing again. But I think it's meant to be multiple corpses in like a towering figure, which, yeah, is pretty neat. Crayola. I think his power is literally just changing the color of things. Boxing gloves. I kind of like this guy. I've always liked creatures where they have tiny little arms but huge, tiny little legs but huge arms, and they walk around with their arms. I think that's where this guy's meant to be from. Anyway, Fishbone. He's skeleton and he's fish-like. I don't know what the fuck to tell you this one. Arctic. He's just a seal with a needle on his tail, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Tail feather is a peacock. It's literally a peacock. Ironic, since I think in one episode Ben says he's afraid of peacocks. This is long before that came to be. All of this came before Omniverse. A foosball. Literally just one of those foosball guys. He's in the foosball table, but as a sentient being. B.O. I guess he just lets out different smells. I don't know. He's got a fucking 5 o'clock shadow. He looks like he smells. Fried chicken. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Literally, he's a fried chicken. He's a fried chicken man. Look, I'm not even joking. Let's zoom in here. Fried chicken man. Bigfoot, a big giant stompy feet. Neat freak, I guess the opposite of BO, he's covered in soap and bubbles. Let's see. Enraged power? I think he's meant to be based on xenomorphs, kind of. I don't know. Wild beast? Just another attempt. Did I just really not like Wild Mutt and just thought I could do him better? I made 3 better versions of Wild Mutt. JC's better. He's got a big eye. See, mine actually has an eyeball. Party monster. I guess he's covered in disco balls and he's got rollerblades. Look at this party dude. What's this? What is this called? Dark Sword? Is it meant to be like William from Koliyoko but as an alien? I'm assuming so. What is this guy called? Grappler. He's got multiple arms. And I guess he's gonna tickle you. He's gonna get you. And this guy here is Oil Spill. He's made of oil. I don't know. Don't light him up. He'll die. And this is the only one you can really see because he's the only one here drawn in pen. He's the first one out of all of these that are drawn in pen. Shapeshifter. I don't know if he can actually shapeshift. He looks like he's got like shapes on his body. I don't know. It's hard focusing this on the camera because if I just shove it in like that, it just becomes too bright. You know what I mean? To apply. He's got like 2 versions of himself, and they're like plying. I don't know. Reload. He's got a gun. AA battery. Feedback before feedback. I think he can absorb energy and shoot it back out. So, hey, I'm predicting a lot of these. Hey, Cartoon Network. You want some of these? $1 million for each. This is just a Chihuahua. It was based on my sister's Chihuahua named Luigi, but his name is Adjectivo or Interpretito, which I guess is Spanish for fearless? Because I don't know. Brain muscle. Man's a brain. You want to kill him? Just ask him what 0 divided by 0 is. Anyway, Twilight. No relation to the movie. Actually, yes, he's a vampire, so definitely relations to the movie. This is before Vampire came to be. Let's see, who's this guy? Beanpole. I don't know, I guess he's just really tall. He's Slender Man, except without all the horrifying aspects of him. And he's not wearing a suit. In fact, he looks like he's wearing a very revealing onesie. This guy here is called Wireless. I don't know, I guess he just connects to the internet. More creative there. It's like that other Marvel superhero where the thing about internet gas, you know what I'm talking about. Where Snowflake and Safe Space come from. Okay, here we go. Bombshell. I mean, does he look like he can shoot bombs? He's got a shell in his back, so I'm assuming he could be like Shellhead, just hiding his shell. The awesomeness. I guess this guy is like really strong and great at everything, and he's also like full of himself. Like look at him, he's got the fucking DreamWorks smirk. This dude's full of himself. Toe fungus. This man is made of toes and toenails and gunk. Absolutely foul. Virus. Even though we already have an alien also called Virus. Except you can barely see him because I decided to draw him really lightly. I think he's just meant to look like literally a glitch effect with an Omnitrix symbol in it. Anyway. Grow Spurt. I guess he can grow. I do kind of like this guy a little bit. I like his stupid head. I kind of like him. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I could kind of see him working. I mean, like, if I drew him now, I probably wouldn't even have to change his design that much. I think out of all, like, there are a few designs that were just surprising me here. Now this one's actually drawn by my sister. She also wanted to draw another one. She never watches Ben 10. I was the only one in the house that did. But she just wanted to draw one, I guess, to be like a part of it. I even wrote up here a Mina special. This is Dead Stick, she calls him. He's a pencil. And he shouts, "Booyah." He's got a sharpener, I think that is, with legs on him. Yeah. Anyway, 3010. I guess he's meant to be futuristic. I mean, this guy was made in 2010, so I don't know. Now, this you could really tell was in the middle of a fire. Absolutely. You can't even really see this guy, but I'm going to try. But anyway, let's start with Bad Luck Charm. I don't know. His entire thing's about luck. He's got 4-leaf clovers, horseshoes, rabbit's foot. I'm trying to show you as best I can. Who's this guy? Radioactive. I guess this man's radioactive. Very radioactive fella. That right there is Venom. He's a snake man. A hammerhead shark. I see him. His name is literally Hammerhead. Neon Fire. That's just literally... I created a superhero when I was little called Ultra Z. And this was me turning him into an alien. Rex. He's literally a T-Rex. So what else can I really fucking say? And let's look at... Hang on. I'm going to need the... Factory? Steam Factory, I think his name is. I can't tell. Can you see? I think his name is Steam Factory. And he has like steam pipes coming out of his back. He can produce steam. I don't know. This is one of those ones that got fucked. Lava lamp. I mean, man's a lava lamp. And then we got brain freeze. Yeah, he's another ice guy. You can barely see any of these. Holy shit. Here is Alien Temper? Alien Tamper? I don't know. He's got a tentacle arm. We got Jocker. I think it's supposed to be Joker. I just didn't know how to spell it. I was in middle school at this point. I had no excuse. This guy is Keyhole. He can unlock any door, I suppose. I don't know. 1,000 spikes. He's a freaking centipede. Alright. 101. He's just literally a bunch of zeros and ones with an Omnitrix symbol. I'm guessing he's gonna be like knowledge based. He's a smart boy. Cartoonist. Maybe it's literally just a cartoon character with an Omnitrix symbol. Oh boy. Anyway, Frightmare. I think he's just meant to be a big monster. Not really much going on. Coral Shell. Who's this guy? He's a coral reef man. And that one, 2027, doesn't have a name and he's incomplete. In fact, I tried to erase him, it looks like. Oh, this is not an alien. This is just some Kingdom Hearts fan fiction bullshit. Oh, this is what I was trying to draw. Oh, yeah. Here. This is 227. Tree Kraken. This is based on, like, you know the tree octopus? When I was in middle school, no, in intermediate school, they were trying to teach us not to use Wikipedia as a source of information. And the way they did this was showing us this page called Tree Octopus. And they were reading it, making it seem like it was a real thing. And then they just revealed near the bottom, by the way, this thing's fake. And this was a way to tell us, don't use Wikipedia as a source or as a site for information. Because anyone can edit it. So what a lot of kids like me did, we just went to the Wikipedia page on the thing that we were researching, go to the bottom where all the links were cited, and just use that. They were none the wiser. Illusion. I see, because his face is down here and the Omnitrix symbol's up there. You see, I don't know, actually. There's nothing on the back of this one. This is where we're starting to use these weird brown paper. Don't even know where this came from. And there's a Keyblade. Oh yeah, I remember drawing this in 2010. After the house burned down, we were living in a trailer. I have a distinct memory for some reason of this. I don't know why. I was trying to make a Disney Pixar's Cars Keyblade. But anyway, this right here is Extinguisher. I guess he shoots the foam from fire extinguishers. Taekwondo. Not even sure if that's even spelled right. I can't spell check, you kid. He's good at karate, I suppose. Spellbook. Literally just an evil spellbook looking thing. He's got a snake. No, it is a hand. It's a hand for the bookmark. Script. Well, we went from a book to a piece of paper. Talk about a downgrade. This guy right here, Jackhammer, he's, I guess, construction-based. And once again, no relation to Minecraft. I only discovered Minecraft in 2013 thanks to Markiplier. But anyway, anyone on the back here? No, this is just, Another take on, what's his name? The Power Needle X, I think. And these are just like me creating ideas for worlds for Kingdom Hearts. Just 3 on this one. This is Pepper Spray. He lets out, I guess, pepper spray from his little hulls of yore. He's got a fucking leaf skirt for some fucking reason. No, it's not! The leaf skirt, if it is, it's like, I think it's meant to be one of these opened up, and he's constantly letting pepper spray out in the bottom to make himself fly around. Splash. I don't know, he absorbs water in his trunk and spits it out. I suppose. Yo-Yo, he's a yo-yo. Ain't got nothing more to say about this guy. Metal Arms. Just pretty much a big metal man. Waste Dump, I think is like garbage and sludge. Tadpole. This is a second tadpole related guy. And he's covered in holes of different shapes. Pyro. He's a living flame, I guess. He can shoot out of his arm. I kind of like the design of the cannon. You see that? You see the arm cannon? I kind of like that one. I obviously put a lot of detail in the arm cannon. We're getting there. We're getting there. Iron Menace. He's meant to be like a medieval iron dude. I guess, I don't know. Digestion Blast. Pretty much just like less interesting upchuck. String Roller. I don't know what the fuck this guy's all about. He looks very impractical. Cyclops. He's just Cyclops. He's got one eye. Nothing on the back here. I don't know what these red marks are for. A little suspicious if you ask me. We're getting near the end, folks. Never mind, I keep unearthing more pages apparently. Jesus Christ. Croc Disc. Here's Crocodile Man. He's got a disc on his leg. No, he's got a crystal on his chest. That's the Omnitrix symbol, my bad. Powerhouse. Yeah, he's a giant, sentient, almost like robotic looking fireplace. Nothing on the back of this one. I think I spilt some blue Kool-Aid on this. What do you think? What the fuck is this, man? Is that a fucking sentient vagina? I hope that's not. Inner danger? I think he's just meant to be a living mouth, but with limbs. But, yeah. YouTube, it's a living mouth with limbs. I promise you it's not what you think. Portal? Literally just the game Portal, but as a robot alien. Jesus? There's an alien here and his name is literally Jesus. Jesus. And there's Hades. This is just a point in time I was just using gods, I guess, because there's Hercules too. This guy's called BAM! And I guess he looks like he got bammed. I don't know. Couldn't tell ya. This is guy horror film. He looks like a headless guy, but his hand is a head. I don't know. Is he just supposed to be scary? Couldn't tell ya. Jaws. Real creative name. Would not get sued by Universal in any regard. Especially since he's just a shark. Yeah, this is Seasons. And I guess he has powers based on the 4 seasons. These are... I guess these are meant to be like little icons that would change on his chest that would define the 4 seasons. Okay, World Peace. I don't even know what this guy's even supposed to be. Is he just a ball? What is he, the physical manifestation of world peace? Very deep. Fire Emblem. Oh gee, I wonder what he's named after. It's an absolute mystery. I wonder what this guy is. Look at his ears and tell me what he's based on. No, fucking. He's Swamp Breath. And he's an ogre. And here's Pixie Dust. His page is a little ripped at the bottom, but he's meant to be like a Pixie Man. We're almost done, folks. Getting there. In fact, yeah, we're at the last 3 pages, maybe? Hang on, I'm gonna need to figure that one out. No, it's 1. It's just folded up weirdly. Okay, we're down to 2. Lard Ball. Here's a thing of lard. Master Control. I think this guy's meant to be based on like the Pikmin series in a sense, where, but instead of like a bigger guy controlling little guys, it's a little guy controlling big guys. Now this is, I remember how I mentioned at the very beginning, there's a Sonic ripoff. There he is. Sonic Rush. He's just literally Sonic. Shadow Claw. He's got emo hair. You see this shit? Emo hair. What is this in the back? Oh, these are notes from school. Instead of putting them on, you know, the important part. And these are the last 3. There are none on the back of this page. Last we got is Afterlife. He's literally a Grim Reaper. Exhaust, he's a waving arm inflatable tube man. And Super Bit Brother. He's a Vigigame. So yeah, that is every single one. Wait, this video took way longer. This is over an hour in recording. Holy shit, man. It's good I finally got this made. I'm gonna keep these for as long as I can. And in the same school folder I got years ago. I don't want to talk for too much longer because I've been doing this for a while. Goddamn. But holy shit, I finally did this. This is awesome. I feel proud of myself. I feel happy for myself for finally doing this. I just hope the recording doesn't get corrupted because I'm gonna be real pissed if that happens. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I sure did. I got a little tired of it at the end. I'm sure you can probably tell. But I sure did. And I'll see you in the, I guess I'll see you in the first real Sketchpad. Goddamn. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one where we actually go over a Sketchpad instead of a stupid folder. So, toodaloo, cupcakes.